So there's healthy living for people's pockets and sizes. Problem is you want to eat salmon when there is crayfish. If it's egg you can eat, you are okay, right? If right now we're in the era of egg because there's a particular amount of protein you eat every day. If you can do that with like 2, 3, 4 eggs a day, you've actually hit your protein level. Not fried, boiled eggs. There's groundnut there. Why do you think it's more expensive? Our issue is priority problem. That's the truth. Because these same people that are complaining, you see they are weak. You see how they look. And you are still saying that apple is expensive. No, I'm not undermining the economic situation of Nigeria. It is possible to reduce how frequent you go to the hospital. So if you mismanage your health as a young person, or you feel like there's nothing there, I'm going to be fine. We are Africans. African man, nothing they kill. You're lying to yourself. People are just blessed with genetics, but they mess it up with lifestyle. Why there are people who are not so blessed with genetics, but they fixed it with lifestyle. Not everybody have high blood pressure at old age. If it runs in your family, it can end with you.
Hi people, welcome to another exciting episode of Unscripted Seat, where we give you 100% unscripted and unfiltered conversation. And I remain your beautiful host, the Ankara Queen, popularly called the Odogwu wife. I not get money.
You get money. Forget about that.
I already said it.
Forget about that.
I already said
Don't
it.
worry, we
They
know.
can't wait to be introduced. Just ignore them. All right, as usual, I am never alone. I have with me the barbecue. I hate to introduce him first. He always goes,
I'm giving this Chris Tucker vibe.
Today
So I've left Nigeria.
Wait.
You are advanced.
Wait.
You've advanced. You've moved to another level.
Let me spread
Allow
like
me.
virus.
Allow. All right. So today we have with us the barbecue, the shawarma,
That's me.
the pepper soup,
I'm here.
the tom tom.
Oh, God.
Anything sweet where you like to call out.
Stop it, I like it. Oh God, call me
Must
day.
you do?
Call me the day. Call me the day.
Are you
of
everybody
my-
pain?
The timing of five.
feeling myself.
You're feeling yourself.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Bless
You go
among-
soon find you.
I'm
When
telling
they catch
you.
you, eh?
Okay, that's true. That's
Bless among
true. That's
women.
true.
Greetings.
The blessed amongst the women.
Greetings.
All right. I also have with me the media body, the Gen Z of the house. I love to call her the Khaleesi of the house. She has
Stop
been doing
calling
this
me
white
that.
thing and I don't even understand why.
Don't you like it? Viewers, don't you like
That's
it?
beautiful.
They like it. They like
Exactly.
it. They like it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Z. And today, we are not alone. Like Z would always say, if we are ever alone, come and check. Something is wrong.
Something is not right.
We have with us somebody I like to call management. Because if she sends you to the gym and you don't go, you are in soup. She's an healthy living consultant. She runs an healthy living firm called Healthy Dietary Fits. Now, in that place, if they tell you eat apple and you eat beans, you are in soup.
And if they tell you eat apple and you go and eat apple,
You are in trouble.
It's just basically water therapy.
Wait for her to tell us that. We have with us Suzanne Dari. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, good
afternoon.
Welcome.
I like the fact that we are twinning, though.
Yeah.
Like the minute I saw you, I was like, yes, I'm not alone.
They are not twinning when it comes to going to the gym.
Oh my God.
Shot fired.
Oh my goodness.
Shot
I
fired.
will start. I said it in January.
This is what?
This is don't worry. I will start.
The year is running.
She believes in me.
believe
She
her.
believes in
That was
me.
how every other person believed in her.
I will go. Don't worry.
Stop taking the shine of our guests. Calm down. White hair woman, relax. All right, Ma, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, I am very curious. Every time they'll be saying, there's something you can do that will keep the doctor away. Is it really possible to keep the doctor away?
Well, Well, so I'm saying in 2 ways. It is possible and maybe not so possible.
Okay.
Now, so that's how I'm going to say it in 2 ways. First of all, it's possible because you can actually reduce how frequently you go to the hospital with your diet and with your lifestyle. So we cannot say entirely that we'll keep the doctor away, because we will still tell you to go see the doctor at least 2-3 times every year for general body checkup.
Just to say hi.
Just to say hi.
Just to say hello.
And then they check your internal organs and be very sure that you are okay. Yes, but if you do what you're supposed to do well, you won't be going every month. You won't have to go every 2 weeks, because now your lifestyle is correct. You're doing the right thing, and you won't be sick too often. So it is possible to reduce how frequent you go to the hospital. Let it be that you're going there on body checkup level. It's not because you are always falling sick, which a lot of people are in that spectrum right now. Yeah.
So meaning doctors are not entirely bad.
They are not bad. And I feel like, I don't know if, let me say it's an Nigerian thing or an African thing. Yes, because I noticed that people don't go to the hospitals until it becomes very bad. They feel like we feel like they're trying to punish us or something. Doctor is not bad.
Growing up, whenever I think of doctor, I always think of injections. So it was not even up till now.
And
I'll pass.
Apart from that, some people have this belief that if I go to the hospital, they will look for something.
They'll give you more
Exactly. They will imagine that, or not imagine.
No, they just tell you there's something more than what you
So
brought.
it means that there's actually something wrong if they find out that there is something wrong.
Okay.
You understand? So we're not bad people as medical practitioners. We're not bad people. And I'm funny enough, this thing you said.
Fine and be a bad.
Now, if all doctors are
we
like this,
forgive
we'll
you.
go to just
Exactly.
No, looking at her, I feel like falling sick next week.
Please don't do that.
Before you end up in the gym.
We're not bad people, please. I get that scare, because I've had to deal with clients who will be like, saying, I feel like if I go to the hospital, they'll tell me that I have one kidney problem that is non-existent.
Yeah.
But the truth is that the fact that they saw it there means that it was always there. Because sometimes some health problems go undiagnosed. You won't even know that it is there until after like a particular period of time. And our job is to see what you can see. That's why we are your doctors. That's why we are the professionals. You won't know that there's a growth inside. You just be living your life, and then you see some people they just slump, and you're like, but the person was okay now.
I saw him yesterday night.
Exactly.
This morning now.
That's that kind of thing, and that's because it's not showing in the face. Some sicknesses don't show in the face, but a lot is going wrong inside. So our job is to see what you can see. That's why you should love us.
We love you. We love you.
Actually do. So from your experience, why do you really think people end up in the hospital regularly?
Okay, like I said, lifestyle problems. It's different things. People don't manage their health. There's this mentality of African man, not the killer, that kind of thing.
You hear that?
We
live now.
Anything we eat,
Exactly.
And it's a lie. It's actually a lie, because the truth is, if you don't take care of your health, you'll be our customer. That's the truth. If you don't take care of your health, if you mismanage your body, one of the things I tell people every time is that I wish we actually have lifelines where if we're done with this lifeline, we can just pick another one. It's the same body that you will use as a young person, even down to old age. So that means if you mismanage it as a young person, your old age is not sure. Because people talk about aging and forget that it's a process. You don't become 60 in one day. It's 60 years. So how did you use that body over the years? So if you mismanage your health as a young person, or you feel like there's nothing there, I'm going to be fine, we are Africans, you're lying to yourself. So once your lifestyle is a problem, you don't like, what we were saying earlier, that instead of eating apple, you eat fufu. People eat anyhow in this part of the world. They just eat anything, anytime, anyhow. But let not be show glass. There's no problem. But let not be show glass, but you'll be in the hospital like a show glass. The whole world will see you in the walls. You understand that kind of thing. So if you mismanage your health, your diet, you don't sleep properly, you don't drink water, you don't do the basic things, you are not fit, you are not, in health and in vitality, you'll be our customer. So it's not our fault that you're going to be in the world. It's that you're not doing something right.
So that means the eating habits, the sleeping habits,
everything we work together.
I didn't think of it the way you just said it, that it is the same body that you use in
all through your life.
I use it. I wouldn't say I used
It's
to
not like
think,
you
but
get a clothes, you get an extra body.
it just clicked in my head that wait to like this is the same body I'm going to grow old in, and it's really crazy. So let's talk preventive care. What should the average person do to avoid regular hospital visits?
Okay, so like I said, it's a combination of different factors. For example, in your diet, what do you eat daily? You know, I was reading a book recently that how you eat your breakfast or how you start your day will determine the energy level you have all day. So, for example, you are the type that skip breakfast. Now you're wondering why you're aggressive, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're feeling sleepy. Some foods you eat in the morning will actually mess up your day. So that's preventive care. It's a daily affair. I really wish we can eat one thing one day and we're all sorted out for the rest of the year. It's what I really wish.
I wish.
You want like it regularly. I really wish one thing can go right. And the thing about diet is that we keep figuring it out till we die. It's not a perfect win-win thing. It's all that there'll be days you are going to be in your eyes. Oh, I did it. I crossed my eyes. I dotted my, got all my T's and everything. I did it right today. Some days you are barely getting along. But the key thing is that you are actively ensuring that your health is in place. So your diet every day. What do you eat for breakfast, for lunch, for snack?
Snack.
Yeah, there have to be healthy snacks like fruits. How do you treat your body in terms of your diet? Do you sleep well? You know, in Nigeria, we talk about good sleep.
It's like
Okay. Do you sleep well? We say in a week, we tell people to take at least 49 to 63 hours of sleep every week. That's 79 hours every day. Now, the question is this. A lot of people are barely getting along with 20 hours a week. And you expect that kind of person to not have high blood pressure in another 10 years. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, we're talking about long term. It's no longer, health for us is not short term. And it means that when you are making your preventive decisions, you have to be long term thinking. If I keep eating like this for another 10 years, what's going to happen to me? If I keep sleeping like this for another 10 years, if I keep being sedentary. So when we tell you, work on your diet, be fit, work on your sleep pattern, drink water. Some people just drink, they sip, they don't drink, they just sip the water in a whole day. The kidney is struggling. The truth is, how long can your body be sustained like this? It's long term. So preventive care is a long term plan. So at 50, and the funny thing is, we don't age alike. There are people. We also have genetic factor. None of this. So some people are just blessed with genetics, but they mess it up with lifestyle. While there are people who are not so blessed with genetics, but they fix it with lifestyle. So in the long term, what's happening to your body? And that's the question a lot of people are not ready to answer. So if I keep living like this, knowing that my body is aging with me like this, so in another 10 years, I'm going to look like this. The difference will now be what's my body like in terms of what I eat, my lifestyle. Some people are 60-year-old, they don't have hip fracture. So people say it's old people's sickness. It's not true. Not everybody have high blood pressure at old age. So it depends on what are you doing currently. And it's not enough to say, in our family, it runs in our family. I feel like that's a lazy man's excuse. If it runs in your family, it can end with you.
Word.
You hear that?
Now you made mention about eating habits. Now we eat to live, but some persons live to eat.
Yes.
Some persons just love eating.
They just want to
now,
eat.
the reason is because when we see this food, we just want to eat it because we don't know when next we'll see food to eat.
Nigerian factor in that.
And most of our food are not proteinous, and little people take fruit. So now, what is your advice? Will you say those set of people that don't have the money do not necessarily do the good eating habit?
Okay, so there's healthy living for people's pockets and sizes. The problem is that you want to
size now.
The problem is you want to eat salmon when there is crayfish. You want to eat broccoli when there is cabbage. When there's ugu at your backyard. So there's healthy living. So when people tell me that healthy living is expensive, now you get big guy. But you get big guy.
I just allow the bitter leaf from my house.
So you want to eat turkey, but you can afford Titus. You can eat egg. So the thing is that at your level, there is something for you. It's now about what can I afford. If it's egg you can eat, you are okay, right? If right now we're in the era of egg, we
Yes,
everybody's eating. It looks like that. And in all honesty, because there's a particular amount of protein you eat every day. If you can do that with like 2, 3, 4 eggs a day, you've actually hit your protein level.
2, 3, 4.
Yes, 2, 3, 4. Please, not fried, boiled eggs.
Okay.
You are going to eat your.
Let's even do the calculations. If I can afford 2, 3, 4 eggs a day, I'm a rich woman.
Egg
I'm rich in
egg now
eggs.
is 250.
I'm rich in eggs.
I don't even want to talk about the price of titles because the price of titles
Let's titles for Neko.
But you know the funny thing is that we that are shouting about this don't have a problem buying a wig of 250k.
Hey, wait.
Shot fire. I'm exempted.
You don't have a problem with your perfumes of 20, 30k.
Good.
They
You go
drag
on
me in.
streets. You buy data, you do things, you do stuff for yourself. That is not a problem. So I think the issue here is not the price of things. The issue here is your priority. Is that you don't have a problem going on a luxury date. Like bro said, you don't have a problem taking your girl out. For fine dining.
Yes.
But you will still complain that egg is so expensive.
Yes. You don't have a problem buying perfume of 20k, but you still complain that egg is so expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Egg is so expensive. What do you mean?
It makes sense. So our problem is usually not just the product, it's our priority. It's that if I know that, because there's granola there, talking about healthy fats, there's granola there. Why do you think it's more expensive? Our issue is priority problem. That's the truth. Because these same people that are complaining, you see their wig, you see how they look. And you are still saying that apple is expensive. No, I'm not undermining the economic situation of Nigeria. Things there, you get ACB.
Yes,
But even as you okay, so the issue is that even as you get ACB, do you know how much is hospital bill?
Yeah.
So if you break down today, that 500k, you go find out.
Yeah, that's true.
So why not prevent it?
Right. Okay, so this is the part where I will flog myself back. But when it comes to physical activities, it's a lot of work, especially for me. I hate trekking, what people call walking. I know they do. I hate it so much, and I feel like a lot of people are like that. They have an issue with going to the gym, taking a walk or doing any of those form of activities. So what would you say to those kind of people? How can they build a sustainable exercise habit, regardless of the fact that they don't like it because it's stressful?
Okay, like I said, first of all, let's talk about priority. Okay. If I'm sedentary, and I feel like one of the major problems we'll have in our generation.
Break down sedentary.
Okay. I'm talking about like staying in one place for a very long time. You are not a very active person. I think one of the problems we have right now is the rise of remote jobs. Where people work from home. If I right now, a lot of jobs are either hybrid or remote.
That's true.
We have more remote people. You just sit in one place. And not just remote people, even corporate workers are not exempted.
That's true.
For example, someone who sits in a bank from 7 till 7. But the problem a lot of times with this kind of lifestyle is that number one, it will trigger a lot of problems in your health. From high blood pressure to unexplained obesity. To blood sugar problems. So your legs are getting swollen. When it comes to things like this, what I like to tell people is you look at the cons and pros. If I don't work out, what's going to happen to my health? You're going to start gaining weight. You're going to start having health issues, metabolic problems, and the likes. But if I work out, what's going to happen? I'm going to have more muscle. And let me tell you the truth. One of the guarantees of an old age without bone problems is the amount of muscle you have in your body. Yes. Wow. So the less muscles you have, the more bone problems you will have as you age. So how much muscle do you have? So you have more fats, less muscle, you are in problem. You're in trouble. So being fit is no longer it's not aesthetic. People think it's about the aesthetics. You have bum, you have all of that. Imagine telling me that the reason why you don't go to the gym because you don't have gym clothes, and I'm wondering what happened. I don't get.
I have to be a baddie. I can't be dressed anyhow to the gym.
Let anybody be fit.
There's this belief some Nigerians have that if you're adding weight, you are enjoying.
Exactly.
if you're losing weight, you're suffering.
You're suffering.
What would you like to say about
That one, that's why I like what you said, the Nigerian mentality, which is not the health mentality. Now, being healthy is not about being skinny, because there are a lot of skinny people that are unhealthy. You just have a very good body metabolism, and being overweight is also a problem on its own. So we talk about the BMI, body mass index, to know how much ratio of fats you have in your body and all of that. But the truth is, as simple as, like I said, working. People feel like I cannot trek. Trekking is stress. But let's look at this.
Poor man's thing.
From your AC house to your AC office to your AC car, you will now go to an AC shopping mall, to an AC school to pick your child. So you see, that soft life is actually going to be your undoing. So at what point do you get to sweat? At what point do you get to burn calories and burn fat? So if you don't have time to go to the gym, I tell people, be like selfish, but walk to the office and walk back. Find a way every day to walk for at least 30 minutes. Find a way to walk for at least 30 minutes. Find a way. Whether you go and buy treadmill in your house and be using, but ensure that you take at least 4,000 to at least 50, depending on your health goal, 15,000 steps every day. So time it. Find a way. And by all means, please lift weight. Buy the dumbbell in your house, but ensure that you have more muscle as you grow old. So at the end of the day, we all last fall back to exercising. Whether, because there's this part of, but I'm eating healthy. It's collabo. They must
So you can't
work.
just do one and
you have to do both to ensure that you are actively. Of course, there's a part where food helps you build muscle, but you must actively build muscle by exercising. It's compulsory.
If you don't do that, you end up in an AC hospital.
Well, there's that
so
also.
true. And then from the AC hospital, you go
to the morgue. So that's very easy.
An AC casket.
So personally, like she said, she flogged herself. Now I want to flog myself. Sleep is something I struggle with. What can you say about people who struggle? How can we actually find good sleeping patterns? How can we build good sleeping patterns?
Okay. So we said every day 7 to 9 hours. Every day. I know, I feel for my Lagos brethren, because people who come in by 11 o'clock in the night and need to leave the house by 4 a.m. in the morning. So they get home by 11 p.m., for example, and most likely eat by that time, sleep by 1, wake up by 4. That's why they always slump a lot in Lagos. You see, there's a limit to how much your body can go without sleep. So let me say this. One of the things that happens to me personally, that when I had my son, is that my sleep pattern got badly affected, because it comes with pregnancy, motherhood and all of that. You have to breastfeed, you have to do all of that. And I noticed something. My BP went up. I noticed it. The stress was so much. I started having this one headache. It wasn't headache, it was migraine. It wasn't even headache, it was migraine. I knew that I was in trouble. So we have to do it like a reroute, and this is what I'll tell you. So depending on what's your schedule like, if you have access to sleeping in the afternoon, please take it.
Okay.
Maximize your naps on days you have access to it. Find a way. And at night, there's this thing where we now get home, we will now want to watch Netflix, we will now want to press from one reel
TikTok,
before you know it's already 3 a.m. And those things are very addictive.
Yes, they are.
So you get home, turn on, and I notice this blue light in our phones actually affects a particular hormone in the brain. So it make it very hard for you to sleep. So to go and get home, you don't. Anyway, Nigerian bosses should do better. Please find a way to ensure that your staff don't take work home after working from 9 to 5.
Louder.
So that you will get home. And it's always easier if you can. 10 p.m. do a shutdown and sleep. And I tell people that are very busy, find 2 days in the week to ensure that you have 9 hours uninterrupted sleep.
Oh, wow.
I'll take that. 2 days in a week.
If you can, please.
Do you have it?
No, I'll try to get 2 days of 9 hours on it.
Let me bring this down to media. We are media people. We sleep and think.
There's that.
We are sleeping and our
being a
brains running
creative, you have
every second.
in your sleep. You're thinking. You can even get
like
ideas.
every new you're sleeping. You're thinking of an idea. You're thinking of what the next day would be. How do we rest? How do we sleep for 9 hours when within that 9 hours you're sleeping but you're thinking?
You see, I'm shaking my head. You know, so the funny thing is, we feel like our work can't do without us. So we build our lives around our work. So if you're like, I have to work hard, I have to work out. But I'll tell you that if that brain that is not sleeping shuts down today, somebody else will replace you in the work.
Okay.
Someone else will replace you. So please, for me, it's going to be like a suggestion. Because a lot of time people sleep for 6 hours and think for 3 hours and actually sleep for 3 hours. There's that part too where people say they are sleeping, but they're actually thinking.
Yeah.
So what I'll tell you, find things that are relaxants to help you sleep.
Okay.
So it could be cool music. It could be. I know people who sleep with the lights on. They look like witches. Shampoo is fine. It could be maybe turning off the lights, ensuring that there's less noise. You know, turn off your phone. No other extra lights. Ensure you truly sleep. It's a relaxed brain can do so much. Your productivity lies in this. You notice that. I want you to just maybe think about days you slept well.
Yeah.
You were more productive on such days.
Yeah.
You are less aggressive, less headache. You struggle less with connection and everything.
Yeah.
So your brain needs to be well relaxed to be productive. So this ideas in the sleep, let the brain rest.
Yes.
When the brain wakes up at the right time, those ideas will come again.
Fresh idea.
I noticed something at the back of your clothes about water. Now, I'll use myself as an example. The water therapy is very difficult. If you find me drinking water, I just finish eating or I'm eating. What can really be done to increase the water therapy to always wanting to take water? I can only take water maybe after an exercise. Is there something that can be done to make me want to always take water?
Okay, so it's 3 things. Number 1 is that we tell people 2 to 3 liters every day.
2 to 3 liters.
Every day.
3 liters.
Is that like 4 cans?
So 4 of this.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can be Camelo.
4 of this. And actually it depends on your level of activity. So for someone like me who is just coming from the gym, depending on how much I work out, I can take 2 of this in the gym.
Okay.
So it means that because I'm already sweating out and all of that. So someone who is pregnant will need to take more because she's going to be peeing. Someone who is breastfeeding is going to take more water. But the truth is, if you don't, step up in your hydration level, you have kidney problems.
Okay.
No time to waste.
No kidney stones. Kidney stones, kidney problems, UTIs. Before you say you are itching here, you are having issues when you urinate, you start having pain and all of that.
Don't worry, let me just.
This is like one of your cans of the day.
You still have 3 to go.
Brain fog. Sometimes when you are having issues concentrating, trust me, it could be that you are dehydrated. And sometimes we confuse hunger for dehydration. So a lot of times when you are supposed to be drinking water, you are eating. Your brain is thirsty. And another problem we have is that copacy.
I was going to ask about that.
You say my name.
Soda. You are thirsty, you are drinking copacy. In quotes. It doesn't fix your hydration problem. So I'll tell you, see this as a very important thing. Every single day, set reminders on your phone if you forget. Every hour, drink water now or you faint. Drink water. Okay. I mean, sometimes you need those kind of strong reminders. Every hour, drink water now. Drink water now. Sometimes you can even buy calibrated bottles when they write 7 a.m., 9 a.m. like that. So you can also buy that. So that every time you look at it, okay, the next time, it's going to help you stay, accountable to drinking water. There are also drinking water apps on Google Play, App Store. That just help you to, track the amount of water you drink every day. But the truth is that if you don't drink enough water, there are many problems attached to it. The first thing that will go down is the kidneys. And new kidney is not urgent to kill.
It's not urgent
to kill. So when you know how much that will cost you for kidney issue, you take it very seriously.
Drink water.
In fact, there are fruits that also help you, like oranges, pineapples, watermelons. They also help you in your water.
I don't like fruits. They are stressful to eat. They are stressful to peel. They are stressful to see. Everything.
You're just a fruit hater.
Yes, what you call me that. So for someone like me, what do? I know that lots of people out there that are like me. We don't want to see fruits. We don't want to see them with our eyes. So are there alternatives? Well, fruits?
Alternatives. The alternative is hospital.
Sharp. Simple. I like how you're not able to give anybody.
AC hospital, open word, with injection flowing through your veins. Because one of the ways to protect your immune system and strengthen your digestive system is with fruits.
Okay.
We can't remove fruits from the balance. So, of course, now people now overdo it. Now they now say we're doing a fruit therapy, only fruits that we're eating. That one, I don't know who sent you that one. You 35-year-old man, you are on 2 carrots, 1 apple. You just they will resuscitate you on Ugowa Road.
Everything just be too in your hand.
They will carry you home. So please, one of the ways to actually, I feel like one of the ways to help people stay committed to things like this is seeing the benefit that this will do. Okay. Sometimes you are in the toilet 4 days, you are pushing things.
Bread.
No fiber in your food. These fruits will help you actually in your bowel movement. So it will strengthen your immune system. Especially now that we don't understand Benin weather. I feel like Benin weather is one of the, if it's harsh, if it's confusing, we don't know when rain will fall, you will be sweating.
Is it fairly used weather? You don't see it coming.
Okrika weather. Feel like somebody's using it somewhere else. They just dump it here for us. So you need something. You need something to strengthen your immune system. Or else you'll be falling sick a lot. Yeah. You see people, they start having this thing here. And scoffing. Vitamin C is lacking in your body. Okay. So fruit intake. Now, we're not asking you to go and be eating 5 baskets of fruit and 2 fishes. No. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that as simple as 2 orange a day, 1 apple. They say 1 apple a day will keep the doctor away. And it's actually true. It doesn't have to be so much. 1 mango season about going. Could be just be
this season.
Oriva will buy for you, don't worry.
I've not eaten mango this season.
Oriva will buy for you.
Please, Oriva, please help this. So it's as simple as these things, yes.
So the internet is our friend, but still on this internet, there's a lot of advice here and there. There is drink Lipton. There's this, there's that. Don't eat this, eat that. Drink this, don't drink that. Drink clover water. Drink this one. Which one exactly? How do we discern what to take and what not to take from these different advices here and there?
I think we live in a very wild world. If I saw a video of someone cooking Indomie, and then she added Fanta.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Whoa. I saw another one recently. The person was cooking rice and cooked it with condensed and powdered milk.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see, if you follow every hook, if you follow everything you see on the internet, hook, like, and sinker, you will join God very soon. Like, you'll be on heaven's door.
Go and meet your creator.
Knocking, and that's why you have to know who are the trusted voices in the health sector and just stick with them. Yeah. Because if you go on the internet, people are doing wild stuff.
Lord.
And I've seen people that say they don't drink water. I've seen the ones that say you mix this one. If not, I say this one, you have to cook this one. Cook orange. See, my dear, life is not complicated. Once it becomes so complicated and does not match with common sense, please avoid it.
Word.
Yeah, stay with
So the moment it starts to look
weird,
crazy,
so you just let it go. Stay with your normal food.
Orange back and clove and this and that.
People are lazy, and if you find out that they want to flush stomach, they want to lose weight.
There's that one. They go and flush their system.
Exactly.
Why you flushing?
So your kidney is now what? It's rabbits or something. These organs are in your body for a particular reason. And the problem is these things you take is why, if you notice in our generation, we have more people having liver problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Kidney problems, organ failure.
Yeah.
Our mothers, their life was easy. It's just yam and palm oil. Life is easy. Today,
plantain and palm oil, they are fine.
Alright, plantain for that matter.
Exactly.
I want to boil this, we'll drink this. They say the people are, in fact, it's not the rise of teas.
Yes.
Everybody's selling
teas and supplements.
That's a new
craze.
The one I talk about is plain green tea. You understand? But today we now have different kind of teas, teas for this, teas for that, tea for that one. And I'm like, so where are we going to? This is what, and the funny thing that people want to make money.
Yeah.
That's something you should realize. People want to make money.
That's true.
So whether or not you will die in 5 years' time, it's not their business.
Not their business, so.
And that's why you must not turn your body to become a lab rat for people's experiments.
Word.
Please live life in this. You see, this is your normal food. Eat your food. Take your fruits. Drink your water. Sleep well. Life is not complicated. Any other thing is aseju.
Okay, so what about keto diet? What will we say about keto diet? Does it really exist and does it actually work? Or it's also part of their schedule?
It's aseju. It's aseju. All this one that they are putting you on diets that you cannot explain. Because I run weight loss programs. I run programs on different things. And I tell people, see, I've helped thousands of people. And it's just their normal everyday food. Eating should not be complicated.
Right.
The key thing is eating within moderation. Don't eat this one. I will never tell you, don't eat this one, don't eat that one. Well, the one we have, we chop it. But in moderation.
Okay.
If there are things you need to cut down, cut it down. There are things you need to increase your protein intake, increase your fiber, reduce your, starchy, because another problem we have to in Nigeria is starchy food. So reduce your starch. Imagine eating 6 wraps of fufu. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Short fire.
What's the problem?
Why the person is fired, please? Because the main food is the soup. Our soup in Nigeria is the main food, not the swallow.
Wait,
More soup,
so
less
soup
swallow.
is the main food.
Yes, more soup, less swallow. Wow. It's actually so.
Wow.
Yes. All this don't eat this, don't eat that. Is that we need to now start examining what are the things we truly eat. Increase the ones we should eat and reduce what you should. Do you understand? So it's not all this we are doing this keto, we are doing what? The Lord is your strength. Amen.
I'm curious. I was going to ask, can somebody truly be 100% healthy if the person is doing all the water dieting, the water thing, taking fruits, doing the exercise? Can you say one can be 100% healthy?
I feel like that question is a trap question. Why? Because...
All right, let me know it's 100%. 99.9.
Is that not 100?
No, there's still that 1%.
Because
0.1.
That 1%. Now, it's possible to do it now because there are some things that are unexplainable. So let's put that part. And before we won't bring in village people, is that we live in a world that is contaminated. So you eat everything right. The environment may be a
Black
problem. The smoke, the place you live. So the funny thing is, just do your best in staying healthy. So I cannot tell you that there will come one day where you are 100% healthy, like no issue. So that you don't say, you now take it from me that I guaranteed you something. But one thing I can tell you is that your health would be top notch.
Okay.
All this back pain, lower body pain, neck pain, all the issue here and there, you won't have them for a very long time. But the truth is, you can guarantee that your health is okay. So even when those issues come, it will surprise you because you are doing your job. Because the truth is that things that will happen to you, be like, anyway, I'm never doing the right thing before. Your conscience will tell you. But if you do your work in terms of ensuring that your lifestyle, game, everything is okay. Even when those things come, it doesn't take you off balance. But thank God, it can be fixed.
All right. So, I'm enjoying this so much. I don't want it to end.
I'm telling you.
Even though the koboko was. So tell us, or we and our listener, just tell us one advice that can keep us going when it comes to our health.
Like I said earlier, there are no lifelines. Knowing that there are no lifelines, please take care of yourself. There's this thing where you are all out there trying to make money, trying to pursue your career, personal business, goals. You are all out there. And then there's that tendency to forget your health. A lot of times, it's like the last thing on the list.
Exactly.
And trust me, remember that you can only do great things in a healthy body. Your big dreams, your bucket list, everything would only happen to the degree your body allows you. So allow that body be healthy. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. prioritize self-care. Take care of yourself. You matter. So no matter how much you want to give to your business, ensure that your health is not suffering. Eat well, sleep well, take care of yourself. Have middays where you just take yourself out, go to the gym, have solo dates. Just love your life enough. Love your life enough to take care of your body, because if that body break down, trust me, every other thing can wait too. That's my job, your job, everything will wait. Matter 1 minute silent. If it's 2 minutes, the national anthem will sing for you. But the key thing is ensure that you take care of yourself while you are here. Eat your money. Eat your money. Spend that money for yourself. Go do your normal regular checkup every year, at least 2-3 times a year. Go do that scan. Check your blood pressure. Be updated with your vitals. Ensure that your body is there. It's in the right place. So that at the end of the day, you truly live a good life.
Thank you so much, ma.
So just one more.
Okay, that's fine.
What is one health myth, one misconception that you want people out there to stop believing?
That healthy living is expensive. Yeah, because when we talk about healthy living, a lot of times people just zero their mind that they can't afford it. Of course, like I said earlier, there's something for your class and your budget.
Yeah.
Eat within what your power can carry. That's your vegetable soup. It's not less than who is taking broccoli. It's the same thing. The ugu of 200 naira is enough for your body. So you don't need to eat salmon if you can't afford salmon. If it's crayfish that you have, please, with all joy, your momo, your beans, your normal everyday soup is okay. Your okra, your vegetable soup, those things are very healthy. It may look like nothing, but trust me, you are healthier than the person who is eating a box of pizza because they can afford it. Healthy living is not expensive. Drink your water. If you can't afford bottled water, take the sachet water, boil your tap, boil it, but just ensure that at your level, ensure that you are eating healthy. Healthy living is not expensive. Please, it's not. Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you so much, man. This has been very insightful. And the Koboko,
It's been
emphasis on that one. We are gonna do better management, man. We'll repent. We have decided to repent.
Decided to repent. No turning back right now.
No turning back. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, ma, for joining us. We're so grateful. Thank you for teaching us all of these things. Our viewers have learned a lot.
Yes, we ourselves have learned a lot.
Yeah. On that note, I'm gonna be thanking my fellow hosts. Thank you, Media Body. Thank you, Mouthpiece.
The water drinker.
You guys make being here amazing. Thank you to our amazing sponsors, Ico Gas and Uwawa Restaurant, and let's not forget Eddie's Glam for always making us look sweet. And thank you to the crew behind the camera. They make Unscripted Seats possible. And on that note, we're gonna say
Bye.